So you rather be me than,
right.
amen, somebody else. So in the process of time, Joseph found himself in Egypt. We're going to skip just a little bit that he was second in command. He was the man.
Come on.
He was doing the thing.
Come on.
Somebody say amen.
Amen.
So the famine came and his brothers had to find somewhere to get some grain.
Come on.
So they went to Egypt,
Come on.
where Joseph was at.
Yes.
Unfortunately, they did not realize that Joseph has ascended to a place of authority.
Come on.
Yep.
That's real.
I'm trying to get y'all to a place. Y'all with me? Y'all working with me? We got about 13 more minutes and we gonna get out of here. Hey, you like me? I know. Amen. So they was there, and he, said, I want y'all to come back. And then he said, hey, it's me. It's Joseph. They was like, oh my God, Joseph, we thought you was dead. We love you. We so sorry. All the things that we did, please forgive us. So what Joseph done, Joseph invited not only his brothers, but his whole family to come to Egypt.
Yes.
I want to put a pin right there. Look at somebody, say, be careful where you go.
Be careful where you go.
Yeah, okay, that's another one we could have, amen, too, but we're going to keep riding. Somebody say keep riding, keep riding. All right, so they come to Egypt, amen, and they only supposed to been there for a season.
Yep.
Jesus.
Around Exodus, the first chapter, amen, we start to deal with that another Pharaoh, amen, was appointed as king that did not know Joseph nor his brothers.
Come on, that's real.
They did not understand the connection between them and God.
Yes.
They did not understand that these are, amen, a peculiar people, a special people that you can't handle them any type of way. Y'all not saying nothing. Amen. That these people are God's elect.
Come on, that's real.
So they get there, and Pharaoh looked at his leaders and he said, listen, we got to deal wisely with these black folk.
Yep.
I said it. Who? Because there's more of them. Didn't I tell y'all history pieces? Y'all not saying that? Amen. There's more of them than it is of us. So how can we deal with them? They said, well, let's put them in slavery. Go ahead now.
Come on in.
Yeah.
Hello, somebody. You know the story. Amen. If you didn't know who you was, I'm trying to introduce you that your name is Israel. Y'all not saying nothing. We the ones that was sold for slavery. Y'all, okay,
That's it. Hello.
So they was in a place or a predicament that they was multiplying. And they said, we have to deal wisely with these people unless our enemies come, amen, and they join with our enemies and overtake us. What can we do? Pharaoh had the great plan. He said, we'll put them in slavery and we'll make them build us pyramids and great cities, and we'll make them build the forces around the city, and we won't feed them. We'll give them minimum wage. Y'all not saying?
Come on.
Okay. We'll give you, amen, what we think you deserve to have. So they did it. Unfortunately, it did not work. Bishop, right? The more that they beat them and the more that they afflicted them, amen, the more they multiply. Y'all not saying nothing. Amen. This pandemic, amen, not only caused a shift, amen, in the spirit realm, it caused a shift in the census. That is more of us now. I'm gonna go somewhere. I promise you I'm gonna go somewhere. Amen. So, there was a decree. The decree was such as this, deacon. Amen. Any male child that is born, kill him.
Come on.
Amen. History what? Repeats itself. Didn't they do that with Jesus? Didn't they do? Y'all not, come on. Amen. It's the same story. Over and over and over again. So he looked at the midwives because they weren't killing the sons. They said, hey, I gave you a command.
Come on.
To kill these boys. What happened? The midwives told Pharaoh, hey, these women are not like These women.
Come on. Come on.
Go ahead now.
They got attitude. They got fights. They got fight in them. Amen. When they have children, they come out ready to fight.
Hey.
now.
Y'all not saying nothing. Amen. So he said, okay, I'll put another decree out. Amen. Now I want you to kill them where they stand. In the process of time. Somebody shout in the process
In
of
the
time.
process of time.
There was a Hebrew woman.
Come on here. Come on. Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it.
And she was Moshe's mama.
Yes.
She built a little boat,
Yes.
put baby in the boat, sent them down the river.
Yeah, come on.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
But look at somebody say, there's always a plan.
There's always a plan.
She had her daughter stand on the other side to see where he was going to end up at.
Come on.
Yes.
I'm trying to tell you the story so I can read. Because you can't read all this, right? So the daughter seen Pharaoh's daughter pick up the baby.
Come on.
She went to Pharaoh's daughter and said, oh, this is a Hebrew child.
Come
Yeah.
on.
What do you want me to do? Do you want me to find somebody to nurse it?
Come on.
The Pharaoh's daughter said, can you do that? She said, of course I'll find somebody. So what she did was to go get Moses' mama. Y'all know. I'm trying to help y'all. Y'all know. So she sent them away. Pharaoh's daughter gave them back.
Go ahead now.
She sent them away.
Go ahead.
Right back.
You better go ahead now.
Pharaoh's daughter
Gave her back.
gave them back because he had to be nursed.
Come
Go
on.
ahead now.
Come on.
So in this process, I believe that now Moses' mother is instilling in him all the laws and the ordinances that was passed down from generation to generation.
Yeah.
Moses knew that he was adopted.
Go ahead now.
Moses knew that the people that call them my family ain't really my family. We don't even look alike. Y'all not saying nothing. Amen. But these over here are my brothers.
Yes.
Which brings us here. Exodus, the 2nd chapter.
Come on here.
Verse 9.
Verse 9.
And Pharaoh's daughter said unto her, take this child away and nurse it for me. And I will pay you to take care of your own child. Look at that.
Good God.
I will give thee wages. Y'all reading this? And the woman took the child and nursed it. And the child grew, and she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter. And he became her son. And she called his name Moses. And she said, because I drew him out of the water. Verse 11, and it came to pass in those days when Moses was grown, that he went out unto his brethren and looked on their
Burdens.
He went out and
Go
looked
ahead now.
at his brothers and seen them burdened. Now you have to understand, Moses living in a castle.
Come on. Come on.
Go ahead.
Moses living a good life, but he never forgot where he came from. Y'all not saying nothing. Amen. Look, so he went out unto his brothers and looked on their burdens, and he spied an Egyptian smiting a Hebrew one of his brothers.
Uh-oh.
My.
And he looked this way and he looked that way, and when he saw that there was no man, he killed the Egyptian and hid him in the sand.
In the sun.
My.
Very commendable. Right? Because he never forgot where he came from.
Yeah.
Go ahead now.
He knew that these are my brothers.
Yeah.
I just live with y'all.
Come on. That's real. That's real.
So, and when he went out the second day, behold, 2 men of the Hebrews strove together. They was fighting. And he said to him, what did the wrong? Wherefore smitest thou thy fellow? And he said, who made thee a prince and a judge over us?
Come on.
Now, it is funny that his own brethren, see, Jesus said it, I came to my own. In my own, are y'all with me? In my own receive me not. Moses come to his own to try to solve a problem. Amen. Because you know us, amen, you work at McDonald's and I work at Burger King's, and you the lower class. Y'all not saying nothing. Amen. You work at Walmart, I work at Piggly Wiggly. I make more money than you.
Come on.
We find jealousy in every, y'all understand what I'm saying? Amen. We'll pick a fight just because we know how to.
Go ahead.
So they said, who made you a prince? Who made you a judge? Over us. You gonna kill us? Like you killed him? I killed him because he was beating you.
Come on.
Huh?
Okay.
Is that right? So, we said verse 14. They said, intendest thou to kill me as thou killest the Egyptian? And Moses feared and said, surely this thing is known. Surely this thing is known. If I could talk to you just for a few minutes of the state of the black church. Surely this thing is known. That the power that once resided in the church is not there. I don't know, amen, if it's the head coverings, you know, because our women used to wear head coverings. I don't know if it's the long stockings. I don't know if it was, you know, covering your arms and not showing no cleavage, or, you know, wearing tight clothes. But whatever it was, amen, the power resided in the old church. Somebody say amen. Amen. They was there, church 24 hours, 7 days. They couldn't do nothing. They was there, you know. Amen. And I don't know if God honored it or their hearts was right. The state of the black church, I look at some statistics here in Fort Pierce today. It was very discouraging. You all have over 3,000 churches in Fort Pierce. 3,000 churches in Fort Pierce. The homeless rate is 15,000 African Americans in Fort Pierce. The crime rate has went up 27% in the last 3 months. In the last 3 months, churches have closed, scared of COVID.
Come on.
People staying at home. Nobody is doing anything that God has commanded them to do. Amen. One of the commandments that God gave us was to go out and reach the lost. It is a very sad thing when you can see your people dying and you don't do nothing about it. I wish I had somebody here. I oftentimes wondered when these people ask for $2 or $3, most of them go get them a little drink. Somebody told me the other day that this is not enough to get them. I gave them $2. They said, this is not enough to get me a 40. It went up. But the state of the black church is based on our experience with God.
Amen. All right now.
What are you saying, Mallory? Because there's no deliverance or healing taking place in the church, we do not have the ability or the capacity to bring them on the inside because we need help ourselves. I wish you lift your hands and say, Lord, help me. Lord, help me. Woo! I'm talking good. I know y'all like to hear this. That's all right. It is the church that is living from paycheck
To paycheck.
to paycheck. It is the believers that do not believe in tithing. I wish I had somebody talk to me. It is the ones who walked with Jesus that will stay home because of a headache.
Go ahead now.
Oh, it is the one, amen, that God has performed miracles time and time and time again that is now questioning our religious obligation to the eternal.
Yeah.
Good God. What happened?
What happened?
Years ago, they used to sing the song, Zion, Zion.
What's the
What's the
matter?
matter now? Oh,
What's the matter now? You don't cry or pray like you used to
hey,
pray.
what's the matter?
What's the matter now? We always finding an excuse for us not to be the kings and the queens that we're supposed to be.
Go ahead now.
At some point, I believe that we used to poverty. That we like being, amen, the borrowers and not the lenders.
Go ahead now.
Some of us have set up our churches to make our people dependent on us and not God.
That's it.
I wish somebody would lift your hands and say, Lord, help us.
Lord help us.
Moses here was just an ordinary guy trying to do a noble thing
Go ahead now.
and found himself running for his life.
Yeah.
In the process of time,
Go ahead.
I almost felt that. In the process of time, amen, Moses encountered, amen, his would-be father-in-law.
Yes.
Mhm. Amen. He married his daughter, amen, one of the priests of Midian, and they was walking and they ended up on the backside of Mount Sinai,
Yes.
which is Mount Hebron.
Go ahead now. Go ahead.
Amen. And on the backside of Mount Sinai, God began to introduce himself to Moses. And the first thing that he told him, he said, take off your shoes. For the ground you stand on is holy ground. Y'all not saying nothing. Amen. So now they began to have a conversation, and God told Moses, I need you to go back to the very place that you left from and tell them to let my people go.
Come on here.
I'm almost finished. I told you.
My Lord, my Lord.
Let my people go. 5 more minutes, I'm out of here.
It's good. This is good.
Let my people go.
Amen.
He get there. And everybody is looking at him, Pastor. Where you come from?
Uh-oh.
You don't look like the same person that left.
Come on.
I need you to understand that anytime you have an encounter with God, your whole countenance changes. Yeah. I wish somebody lift your hands and say, Lord, help me, Lord. He told him, he said, I want you to take off your shoes, for the ground you stand on is holy. Anytime you come to God, the first thing that you got to do is take off something. Some of you got to take off your attitude. Y'all not saying nothing. Some of you got to take off your disposition. Hello, your split personalities. But you got to take off something. I'm trying to slow down because I'm almost ready to go. So he go back and he say, listen, God said, you have to let my people go. Now remember, Pharaoh is technically his adopted grandfather. Y'all know that? So what happened was he has declared war on his own home.
Yeah.
I need you to understand that what God is doing in this season, he don't care who you got to cut off. Y'all not saying nothing. Amen. Anytime I just need to preserve my life. Amen. If I got to walk by myself.
Amen.
Has anybody been there before?
Amen.
And it's sad sometimes.
Yes, it is.
Because sometimes the only thing that should be said is, okay, just let them go.
Amen.
But that's not how it worked. That's not how it worked. God had to prove himself
Yes, yes.
that I am that I am.
Amen.
Come on here.
I am the self-existent one. You're not saying that. He said before Abraham was, I am. Y'all not saying that. Woo! I'm the one that's found in the volume of the book. Yes, sir. Yeah. I'm trying. I don't want to preach. I just want to talk.
Amen.
Jesus.
So he went there, and then now we here with plagues.
Come on here.
diseases,
Yes, yes.
pestilence.
Yes.
I don't know if you understand what's going on right now, but we are dealing with a pandemic
Yeah, right now.
that you can't see. It's like something in the wind
Yeah.
So go.
that's blowing
That's it.
from the east to the west, right? From the north to the south. Yeah? It don't matter how safe you are, you still can catch this thing with a mask on and all the sanitizer you want. But I tell you tonight, you got to get covered under the blood of Jesus, because he promised. He said, I'm going to send some things and it's going to destroy everything. But only thing you got to do is find out where the blood is, because when I see the blood, I will pass over you. Somebody said, glory to God. Moses just was trying to do a simple thing
Yes.
by bringing deliverance to a bound people. In your ministry, you have to make sure that your motives are right.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Oh, Lord. When you prophesy,
That's it.
you have to make sure that you're hearing from God and not your flesh.
Hello.